Hello, good morning, students. Nowadays we are studies in flex syllabus chapter 2, Force and Newton's law of motion. There we studies definition of force, types of force, effect of forces. Again there in this chapter we studied Newton's first law of motion. If a body in state of rest or in a uniform motion, then it will always in state of rest or in state of uniform motion unless or until external force applied on it. Again there we studies there. This Newton's first law is known as Galileo law. Why this Newton's first law is known as Galileo law? Actually Galileo's experiment done, and according to Galileo experiment, he proved that if any one body in a state of rest or in a state of motion, then it is always in a state of rest or in for motion unless or until external force applied on it. So thirdly, this is known as law of inertia. So law of inertia is there. Definition we study. After this we studies there inertia of rest, inertia of motion, and lastly one more topic we studies there, momentum. Momentum is defined as the product of mass and velocity is known as momentum. Momentum P is represented by letter P. P is equal to m into v. Its unit is kilogram meter per second. After this today I will start your new topics. Newton's second law of motion. Newton's second law of motion. What is the definition of Newton's second law of motion? According to first Newton's law of motion, which one definition given? Like this, what is the definition of Newton's second law of motion? The rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to applied force. The rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to applied force. That is, F proportional to delta P by T. That is suppose equation number 1. After this I will derive this Newton's second law of motion. Actually Newton's first law of motion only that is a descriptive definition. But this one Newton's second law of motion gives the quantitative values of that force. How many force we applied, then how many acceleration are produced, or what is means this numerical value will applied force numerical value we calculate in Newton's second law of motion. Then how derive the formula? You see here, let us suppose that a body of mass m kilogram moving with initial velocity u after applying force F, its final velocity v in time t. Initial momentum P1 is equal to mu, final momentum P2 is equal to mv. Change in momentum delta P is equal to P2 minus P1. All of you thinking, sir, why P1 minus P2 you not written? Actually V value is always greater than u. Final velocity is always greater than the initial velocity. That's why P2 minus P1 here written, and its value mv minus mu. M in bracket v minus u. The rate of change of momentum delta P by delta t, u divided by t, then m v minus u by t. According to Newton's second law of motion, F proportional to delta P by t, F proportional to m v minus u by t. This m v minus u by t, this is what numerical value we can get. We get acceleration. This is equal to acceleration. Then F proportional to ma. When proportionality sign I remove, then here written K. F is equal to Kma. That is suppose equation number 2. When F is equal to 1 Newton, M is equal to 1 kilogram, and A is equal to 1 meter per second squared, then K is equal to 1. You will put all this value in equation number 2. What will you write? 1 is equal to K into 1 into 1. what we can get? K is equal to 1. That's one here written. K is equal to 1. Putting K is equal to 1 in equation 2, we get what we can get. F is equal to ma. Means applied force is equal to mass of body into acceleration produced in body. This quantitative value given by Newton's second law of motion. After this Newton's second law, we can able to define in terms of this formula also. Thus applied force is product of mass and acceleration produced in body. Acceleration produced in a body. Clear? This is Newton's second law of motion. Clear all of you? Then Newton's second law of motion, this one also few students writing. Applied force is product of mass and acceleration produced in body. Okay? Applications of Newton's second law of motion. What each application are used in our daily life? Newton's second law of motion. You see, first, catching a cricket ball. When anyone player catch the ball like this, then what happen? They cannot able to catch the ball, and his palm also hurt and catch also dropped. Why? Because momentum of that ball is very high, and here momentum is 0. That's why that ball momentum does not comes at 0, and we cannot able to catch the ball. What happened? All of you see, that player catch the ball and remove his hand like this. Then he catch the ball and removed his hand like this. What happened there? He bring the momentum of that ball becomes 0. Few time taken, that's why its momentum becomes 0, and momentum of ball is 0. Then what happened? That is in your hand. It is not possible to drop the ball from your hand. Then application of Newton's second law. This one. The case of high jumper. All of you see high jumper when jump, then that place where he fall, that place we make the not hard we make. Why? Because hard we are making the momentum of that land is 0, and when player are fall down, then his legs is momentum high. Then what happen? It is possibility to injury in his leg. That's why that place we can make the slide floppy, like floppy this one, and when fall down, then what happen? His leg moves under the soil like this, because when he move, then momentum becomes converts to 0, and few times are taken, then momentum when 0, then his legs is not get anyone injuries hurt there, and his legs are safe. Third one, use of seat belts in car. You see, seat belts are given in car. If any one person is not using the seat belt, then what's happen? In accident times, your body and car both are momentum very high, and in the time on the accident, at the time of accidents, what's happened? Momentum of your body and car is very high, and if we are not using the seat belt, then we move the forward direction. When we move the forward direction, then it is possibility to injury more or crucial fall. If we are using the seat belt, then seat belt is does not allow to move the body in the time of accident. He brings back. Sometimes he moves slightly, but our body momentum becomes zero due to seat belt, and we are not getting hurts or injury in the time of accident. That's why we use the seat belt in a car when we drive. Then this is the application of Newton's second law of motion, catching a cricket ball. The case of high jumpers, use of seat belt in car. After this I will discuss numerical problem based on momentum and Newton's first law of motion, second law of motion. You see here, calculate the momentum of a toy car of mass 200 gram moving with a speed of 5 meter per second. Given that m is equal to 200 gram, you convert in kilogram, divide by 1000 means what? 1 by 5 kilogram. V is equal to 5 meter per second. We know that momentum P is equal to mv. m 1 by 5 kilogram, v value 5 meter per second. Then this 5 cancelled by this 5, 1 kilogram meter per second. That is your answer. In this way we calculate this numerical problem. Problem 2. A body of mass 25 kilogram has a momentum 125 kg meter per second. Calculate the velocity of the body. Calculate the velocity of the body of a body. Solution you see here. Solution given that, always I am saying first what information given in question you write this one. Given that m is equal to 25 kilogram, p is equal to 125 kilogram meter per second. We know that P is equal to m into v, or v is equal to p by m. 125 by kilogram meter per second by 25 kilogram. 25 5 jam kilogram cancelled by kilogram. 5 meter per second. That is your answer. V is equal to 5 meter per second. In this way we calculate the answer. Very simple questions in this chapter. Not very complicated. This one very easy way you can able to calculate.